Okay, for this video, I wanted to briefly cover the IRS Form 15103 and under what circumstances you might be required to file this form and send it to the IRS. So generally, you're only going to be completing this form if you received an IRS CP59 notice in the mail. I've done another video on those CP59 notices, so I'll put a link in the description below. But generally, you get a CP59 notice if the IRS, in looking at their system, determines that you should have filed a tax return for a given year, but they never received it. And so a lot of times that happens if they get third-party reporting information, right? So they get a W-2 from your employer, 1099s, and they can see that you've got income, but they don't have a return on file. That is likely going to generate the CP59 notice. So the 15103 should be completed by you, the taxpayer, and attached to your response when you are replying to that notice. So in this case, we've got John Q here. He's John Q. Smith. Complete the form with his name, his social security number, contact details. And we're replying to the notice stating that John has already filed his tax return for 2020. And so the issue we have here is John did electronically file his return on June 1st, 2021. It was accepted, but for some reason it never made it to the IRS system. Believe it or not, this actually happens a lot. Even electronically filed returns that are shown as accepted sometimes get lost out in the digital world there. So what John needs to do is print out a copy of his return, sign it, and then include it as an attachment along with this form and notice. So we've got the name on the return, the form he filed for the tax year, when he filed it, and so he should complete this, print out, sign it, and send it in as a reply to that CP59 notice. Now this 15103 can also be filed in response to a CP59 notice if you didn't even have to file a return. So a lot of times that happens too, right? So a taxpayer gets a notice and says, hey, you never filed a return, where is it? And then the answer is, well, we just didn't have to file one. So an example of that would be, perhaps if your income didn't meet the filing requirement for the year. So if you were a single filer, let's say, none of the following would apply to you here, but you can indicate that your total income was, let's say, $0 or maybe $1,000. You're below the standard deduction, so that was your reason for not filing. That's an appropriate response too. I would be very careful, double checking to make sure you really didn't have to file before you reply in that manner, because a lot of times, even if your income didn't hit the certain thresholds, there might be some other reason why you should be filing a 1040 for the year. Okay, and so indicate whether any of these circumstances apply to you here. In this case, John did file a return that showed that he was due a tax refund. So what we've checked here is I want to receive the credit as a refund check. So credit meaning the overpayment of tax. And just the last piece here, all right, sign it, date it. Make sure you've reviewed the whole form in its entirety. Make sure everything on here is accurate. Again, there's not too much here, but this must be included in your reply to the IRS if you're responding to a CP59 notice. Okay, so that covers it. I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, leave me a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you.